Let me tell you something, ladies. Let me give you some advice.
Oh.
If a man is gonna help you, if a man wants to do something nice for you, do not tell that man that you're dating another man. Even if that man is your brother in your head, he's doing nice things, ladies, because he wants nice things in return. And if he knows another man is in your life, he's like, why the fuck do I gotta do it?
But why would you? It's
Janaea doesn't have to ask a man for anything. And if she did, I will curse her ass out. Because I give you everything you need. So if Janaea's asking
that's
for...
if somebody's in a relationship with somebody.
No. The minute that he sticks his penis in you, you guys are together.
Free game, because I'm not having sex with nobody, so free game.
You having intimacy with people, though.
No, I don't even kiss these niggas, and we not even going to get into that one.
Let's go into...
I don't got it for them.
Do not let them fuck you up, Vanessa. You look like you...
Don't got none.
You the pussy's gone.
Out of it. Fresh out.
5, 4, 3...
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Tamara, a.k.a. Girl from Harlem.
And this is Ray Daniels, a.k.a. The Culture Referee.
And this is The Guy Show. Woo!
The Culture Report. And today, guys, we have a guest. By the way, I always invite my friends to the Culture Report because this is when we get to talk shit and we don't have to say, well, when I was a kid, my mom put me in dance classes. We want to hear that shit. We want to hear you, what your opinion is on life. Right. So today, I have my best friend, my BFF for I don't know how many years, Crystal Jordan. I was gonna say Mims, but I love Adrian so much. By the way, Adrian, if he listens, my running joke to Crystal was always a call about her married name as a joke after she got divorced. So that was our running joke.
That is not a good joke.
No, Crystal,
leave it alone.
Listen, don't feel sorry for her. She's going to get in the nigga's ass. I'm telling y'all today, she's the greatest at it.
Today, so I'm
Crystal,
about
can I just tell y'all one story that Crystal told me? Can we just start there? Let's start the Culture Report there.
Let's hear it.
So Crystal is my best friend, guys, and she's a girl, and we're very close, and we talk about everything. So one day I'm talking to Crystal, and Crystal has made me doubt myself.
I hate
Let me get it out, Crystal, because you said I've done the same thing to you.
But it's not even
Crystal
true.
has made me doubt myself, guys, and here's how. One day I was telling Crystal, we friends, and I was like, yo, I think I'm really good in bed. And Crystal was like, you would think that. And I'm like, but I do, though. I think I am. And Crystal was like, on a scale of 1 to 10, Ray, what would you rate yourself? Don Vito, I'm like, shit, 9, 9.5. She was like, oh, okay, cool. Now we're sitting, I don't know where we were, but every guy that walked by, Jack, on a scale of 1 to 10, what are you in the bed? Jack, like 9, 10. Yep. Then he walks off. Yo, Aaron, what are you? Scale of 1 to 10. 9, 10. And every time somebody said 9, 10, she was just looking at me like.
Don't they all think
so now it's like, every nigga thinks they're 9 to 10, Raymond. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Aaron's a 12.
Exactly.
Aaron's a 12.
Exactly.
See what she said?
No,
exactly.
Exactly. But then if you ask women, and I ask all of them, how do you know? How do you know? Well, I never got no complaints. My sis.
Tamara.
Sis.
What I just said.
What does that mean?
I just said women fake more. I said they fake the most when they in bed, but
But they don't want to listen. They don't care. They insisted. At the table, there were 5 dudes. All of them said they were at least a 9.
Like
some
convincingly
said
though, but not like.
They didn't even think about it.
Not like 6, 9.
So then,
it's like impossible.
The greatest 9 of all time.
I asked. So what makes you a 9? Like, do you do oral? Not all the time. Do you pick a girl? No, I don't pick a girl up. I'm not into that.
Oh, so they think they just
I'm not
doing
strong
basic
enough.
stuff and they just killing the game.
John, I'm not strong enough.
Based on stroke only, these niggas was giving themselves 9.5 and 10 based on.
So let me ask a question.
Only.
What is wrong with that?
There's
more to sex than that.
No sense.
Because if you having confidence in your shit is trash, like you really think you back there doing something.
So why y'all moaning then?
Because we are nice. We're nice people, and we've been taught from birth to cater to men's egos.
Amen.
And I do believe that women are strong. See, men are physically stronger, right?
Emotionally and mentally.
But women are stronger because we can convince a man of the dumbest lie ever. And that's proof.
That's
That's
so
proof.
much proof.
I just want to say one more thing because, okay, not only did they all think they were nines, every single one of them, if they go to a strip club, I don't have to throw money. The girls just want to talk to me. They really
I don't think that.
Really
I don't think that.
Are they really? They can't
I don't think
be
that.
that.
By the
do
way,
believe
I don't go to
that.
strip
That's not
clubs
true.
just because I don't want to
Delusional.
make eye contact based off me spending money on you. If you like me, you like me. But I don't want to make eye contact. Be like, oh, she think I'm cute, and then she come over and be like, you got $50 for a dance?
Right, hello.
That's why
what
you
she's
make me
there
feel
for.
like
That's
that
what
about
she's there
myself, man.
for.
Don't do that to me.
Speaking of strippers,
Let's go.
Cardi B said that Twitter trolls left her in tears, but she's been like doing a lot lately. So of course the biggest thing to talk about is the water incident. So Cardi B was performing, and at first we only got the clip of the water being thrown on her and her throwing the mic, and we were like, oh, Cardi is out here just beating up her fans. But then the clip came out of the full incident, and she asked fans to actually throw water on her to cool her off. So one thing I want to say is, and you're actually the perfect person to be here for this, sometimes we don't get all the full information before we actually start running on the internet and talking smack about people. So the importance of having the whole story before we actually start forming ideas, right? So do you think that this is going to hurt her career in any way?
No, not gonna hurt her career. Artists have to stop. Artists, you have to stop. You have to. I'm sorry, artists. You have to accept you are not human. I know that's hard to accept. You are a product. The way this drink, this Yoko vodka is a product. The way this bag is a product. You are a product. The fans see you the same way they see a product. So when you try to have human moments, it fucks up. And to me, I feel like Cardi had a human moment, but then when you find out what really happened, it's like, well, Cardi, you really had a fucked up moment.
Right.
Because this girl probably was just thinking, oh, she's over my side. I can finally hit her with some water.
Yeah.
And then Cardi hits her with the mic, bitch. Bro, y'all got to start accepting that y'all are not human. The minute that you decide to sign up to be famous, the minute that you decide to sign up to be celebrated by the public, you belong to the public now. I don't care what you think. I don't care how much you say I'm just human. That's why celebrities have big ass houses with pool table, with bowling alleys in it, basketball courts. I learned this from you, Crystal, because they can't go nowhere. Where the fuck can Eddie Murphy really go? Where the fuck can Michael Jordan really go? Everywhere he go, the chef has to come, the trainer has to come. They're too famous. So you got to understand when people see you, and they see you in their phone, so they play with you all day.
But Cardi, I think this is because she's been going through a lot lately, right?
Yeah.
So we all know that she has a lawsuit going on. This actually could affect her because the girl is
Tasha K
gonna.
lawsuit?
Well, not. She has some other cases happening, right? That she needs to stay out of trouble. So these girls suing her. I know there's two girls
York girls,
that are going to
the
sue
bottom.
her for that. That could cause some issues. But I think it's not necessarily the Tasha K lawsuit because she actually won that. But I do think she acknowledges that she's stressed out because Tasha K had the girl come and saying that she was and Cardi is dope. But I think Cardi is dope because artists, in order to really be effective, they have to be authentic. And that's like her.
That's the key. But my
That's
thing
her
is this:
brand, yeah.
when she threw the mic at the girl, I instantly said, "That's what that girl get." But after seeing the
I've seen
first
the full
part,
context,
I
right.
think that girl's about to get paid. Now.
She is.
She's gonna have to get paid. Like
It's two girls because the mic hit and bounced. So it's
now everybody getting paid.
Double whammy, right?
Yeah.
Just
well, she really does. She really owes him an apology also.
No,
along
they don't want their apology. They want
Right,
to
they
get
want
paid.
some coin.
She needs to do both because then she'll have to pay less.
Right, hopefully.
But at this point,
A public apology, right? Get ahead of it before
Like,
we even
yeah,
get to
yeah,
that.
No. Listen, Cardi, let me tell you. If I was her manager, this is what I'll be telling them to do right now. Let's get their number. Let's fly them out. They can,
Exactly.
stay, they can stay at the house with us for a couple days.
You know how it
Let's
go.
eat
Yeah.
dinner with them. Let's have some fun with them. Let's take them a little shopping, buy them a Birkin
Let's
bag.
go
something
live
nice.
with 'em.
Let's go live.
live.
Let's show that they're my friend live with
Yeah.
them.
I'm sorry.
And
I
then
was
let's
having a
also
bad
make
day.
them sign an NDA before they walk in the house that also says you can't sue me for the previous and current things.
well, they're probably gonna
here we
sue
go.
anyway. I'm gonna give you a nice
Don
settlement.
Vito, we should be Cardi B. These management come holler at the God show. All right, let's go.
So actually, speaking of Cardi B and Offset, Offset did a interview this weekend, and he was actually really transparent about not being fully healed after the passing of Takeoff, and he also spoke about cheating on Cardi B earlier on in their relationship. So a few things that I wanted to get into here: black men being transparent about their feelings, right? So he was able to sit down with Angela Yee and not go on and just blame Cardi for why he cheated. He took a lot of ownership, and I think that it's important for us to see. Ray, don't start with me. I think it's important for other men to see that type of thing happening from somebody like Offset.
That's why I said, then you say don't start. Ownership. I'm going to start taking ownership.
So he said it was because he was on lean and he was young.
Yeah,
he was immature and on lean.
Can I tell y'all something?
I would love to hear what you think.
I can cheat today and then get caught tomorrow and tell my woman I was young. Because I was younger yesterday than I was today. Fuck is you talking about, bro? I'm young. I was younger.
Do you think he learned his lesson?
Listen, okay, so here's the thing. I want women to understand something about men cheating. Okay, cool. Men only cheat for about 3 reasons that I could think of. By the way, it's a room full of men. If any man wants to sit on the couch and
throw in an extra reason.
Do you want me to tell you why men cheat?
Because they breathing.
See?
No? Okay.
I would like to hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Vanessa. Don't fall for this shit. Here's why men cheat.
There's air in
number one. See, man, we really want to go here, y'all.
Yes, I would love to.
Okay, so one
of
the main reasons is if for me, I thought until I met Crystal and she shut my shit down, I thought I was great in bed. So because I think I'm great in bed, I wanted to share that greatness. I'm dead fucking serious. Like, I want you to experience this greatness. I'm being honest with you. So, number one, if a man cheats because listen, here you go. If a man would cheat,
the golden sword is just gotta get
I'm just saying.
Everybody.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. What do you take pride in? You got beautiful hair. By the way, she went in on the girls with the lace front so bad last week that so a couple lace fronts in the room got pissed at.
Oh no,
we were filming live.
I didn't even know.
Let me out real quick. You have beautiful hair, right? Can we cut it off? Why would we cut it off? Why would we cut it bald like mine? We wouldn't, right? Because it's something that you're proud of, right? Yes. You can show it off, right?
Okay.
Imagine if your hair was covered up.
I'm not.
No, hear me out real quick. Hear me out real quick. Hear me out. The point is that if you good in bed and you got a nice sized dick, you want to show it off. It's a blessing, and I want to share it. The blessing that I have and show it off. That's why niggas be sending dick pics. Has any woman have you gotten around? You married before. Have you got random dick pics?
I did.
Have you?
Yes.
Were they nice sizes?
There's only one dick pic I've ever appreciated in my entire life.
Not all the time, though.
Every nigga watching this is like, that was me.
Dudes will send, like, it's not really a point of reference. Dudes send random pics.
But I'm just saying,
But
it's no 2-inch dick pics. Can anybody find a 2-inch dick pic? I mean, it's like a nigga with 2 inches not showing it off.
First of all, they're gonna angle it and make it look like it's not 2 inches. Like men know how to make. They gonna lower it. First of all, they're gonna shave their pubes to try to make it look like it got more skin. Yeah,
it's gonna be right here.
Yeah,
like it's a mountain.
Exactly what they gonna do. I done seen it happen all.
Okay, but
wait, that's one reason.
Okay, that's one reason. The other reason is that. I don't think y'all understand how hard it is to be in a relationship with a woman. Y'all are fucking tiring. I gotta tell you, beautiful. I gotta spend all my money. I gotta work. Hear me out. I gotta be emotional. I gotta be ready for the picture. I gotta come around your family. I gotta be fucking perfect. And sometimes I just want to fuck and leave.
But that never. No.
That's why they have prostitution.
This is why we used to get into it, because that never happens. That never happens. The girls that are additional are also bring the same issues. They don't just want to fuck.
But guess what happens when they bring it, Crystal? When they bring the issue, guess what we do, guys? When the chick on the side or the chick that don't matter start talking shit, what do we do, fellas? It's gone.
Change clothes.
You're done.
Okay. And then she takes a picture.
We said down video, cut, scene over.
No, she takes a picture and she takes a screenshot. She sends it to your chick or she sends it to Instagram and she fucks up your world, which is why you guys always get caught.
I agree.
Because y'all do too much. Y'all don't know how to hit and leave.
Because nobody wants to hit and leave.
Let me ask you a question. Both of you ladies.
I have
When the last time you've been hit and left? It hasn't. See? Shake. So as a man, we know we can't hit and leave y'all because it's going to bruise your ego, and that's what really pisses you off. So we kind of hit and stay.
So men care about
this
the girls'
just doesn't
egos.
make any sense to say, I don't like everything it takes to be with a woman, so I want to add multiple women who all want the same thing. A side chick never wants to be the side chick. Her aim is always to get what the other chick has. Spot, so it never is easier. You just make your life more complicated.
But guess what? When she start acting different, she got to go.
She never goes.
No, she goes.
She goes to Instagram.
You thought someone wasn't going to go.
Oh,
and you bet your life that person wasn't gonna go.
That bitch almost killed us both.
Gone. That bitch was gonna kill us both.
She almost killed us
gone.
both.
She's gone.
We paid for it. I paid for it.
Major
You paid
fees.
for it.
We
How
both
did
paid major fees.
How did I?
You paid a major fee too. And
Me
listen, the corner paid a major fee. Everybody paid major fees for this one.
It wasn't
but she's
necessary,
gone.
but it took
She's
years.
giving somebody else
It
terror.
took years.
She's giving somebody else terror right now. She's terrorizing somebody else right now.
She took down your best friend. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even get any dick out of the deal. I got nothing. I'm just trying to be a good friend.
She was.
But the wrath and the hurt, really the hurt.
The hurt.
A woman scorned. Y'all are not prepared for that. So
I don't want to say
I want
that's
to hear
why.
the third one because you gave us two.
Yeah.
Because I'm still interested in this one.
Well, the third one is because he got some money.
You have the right.
And
you know
I could
what?
do that.
I will shut up and be quiet. I agree with that.
Is he got
but my
big
rule
dick,
is
he got money, and you getting on his nerves. He is cheating.
But I even let men cheat. But it's how you cheat. It's how you cheat. Y'all don't know how to cheat right. Y'all don't know how to cheat right. It's how you cheat.
So if I'm your man, how can I cheat? If I'm your man, how should I cheat? If I'm your man, how do I cheat? Tell me how to cheat. No.
I'm about to tell you.
Tell
right
me.
now.
Talk to me. Look
All
at
right.
me. I'm your nigga right now. How should I cheat?
Don't give the bitch no money. If you wanna like directly,
that's not
my
fair.
rule.
That's not-
I'm not saying you can't take her out to eat, but don't be just sitting here ditching out money. That's like my number one rule. And keep that shit out of town. You could do that shit. Why you
Out of
gotta
town?
do it in Atlanta? I live here.
Well,
do
what
that
if-
shit somewhere else.
I gotta go through SkyCap. I gotta go through Delta Security. I gotta get on a plane. I gotta
Y'all
pay
niggas
thousands.
travel.
I'm giving her money because I'm paying thousands of dollars to go see her. I ain't flown coach in 10, 15 years.
When you go on your business trip and you already out the state, I'm sure you got a LA girl, a Memphis girl, you already do that. Do that over there. When you come here, can you at least behave within a fucking 10-mile radius of me? Why you gotta knock down my neighbor? Like, y'all just don't have no coof to cheat.
They do be disrespectful.
Yeah,
when
y'all
they-
have no
but,
proof
but
for
it's
cheating.
disrespectful anyway because if he's paying money to fly out
And
of
use
town,
condoms.
and you just they're not going to do that. They're not.
We do. Don't do that, Crystal.
No, I'm saying most of them are not going to do that. You have a special situation because of something that you went through. Most men are not going to do that. Okay.
Listen.
No,
Right,
I'm not airing you out.
right.
That's a good thing. That's a good
Jordan,
thing.
I was
Right.
worried. She know shit. She know all the bodies is burnt.
No.
All the bodies is buried.
But I'm saying most men aren't going to do that, right? And especially if it's something that they are paying for, they're not going to do that.
That's what
So
I'm
you
trying
just
to
have
say.
to know what it is.
Listen, Tamira, let me tell you what you should say. Here's the only rule. Here's the hole in your rule. Here's the hole in your rule. The hole in your rule is this: is that if he doesn't give her money, she's gonna turn on him.
She's going to turn regardless.
No, but
gonna turn
if
regardless.
she knows that the bank is always open,
She'll stay connected.
she'll stay connected. She'll stay true.
But it's worse if she come to me and be like, your man was paying my rent. Your man's doing. Now I got to kill both of y'all. I know you're not out here paying other bitches rent.
Yeah.
Huh?
Let me tell you something.
Get me
Sometimes
out.
it's best to pay her rent.
I'm hot.
You should rather your nigga. I'll tell you something. You should rather your man have one girl that he takes care of outside the house, that he looks out for outside the house, than having 15 girls around the country.
Yeah, I would
because
rather have
that
a sister wife,
because he gonna go broke. Most men have went broke.
Yes,
because
to
of
keep up
of
with the girls.
vagina.
I know I have a former client that is absolutely broke, but he was taking care of at least 20 women, like bills, cars, trackers on their cars, everything.
Trackers on a car. He said the tracker. Oh, woo. Well, see, that's some of the price with having somebody take care of you. They want
Well, that's the
full
thing. If
access.
he-
to
But
you.
let's- paying
we can
for it.
all agree, right? Broke niggas shouldn't cheat.
Yes, that is a rich man sport. I've said that from the beginning
Crystal?
of the time. Cheating
I
is a
don't
rich
think
man's sport.
I agree, but the problem is a lot of times there's a slippery slope. He may be broke, but he may be fine, and he may have a big dick, and that means women are still going to give him an opportunity.
See, Aaron, that's why I
And
love
they're
what she
and
said.
they're having sex for survival because they're broke, so they
They're
That was
putting in
me.
extra, and they're cleaning. They're
That was
cutting,
me,
But you
2004.
was cute when you were little.
They're
I
cutting
be
grass.
Cute now. What you talking about?
No, but what I'm saying, no, because Ray be
That's-
trying to act like the girls didn't pay him no mind till he got a little bit of money. You was light
that's a
skinned and
bullshit
cute.
that he- that's a
like, I was
bullshit lie.
like,
That's a
yeah,
bullshit
you
lie that he
light skin
told
was
a long
in back
time
in the.
ago.
I'm chocolate as they come.
I know I'm delusional about being dark skinned, but
You're
Ray,
not.
you're not.
Nigga, you are the same complexion,
I'm
bro.
way darker than you. Stop it.
I'm darker than you.
Please, I'm mocha chocolate.
Nigga, you are dark chocolate. You are the healthy chocolate. I'm the unhealthy chocolate. I'm milk
You are
chocolate.
not milk chocolate at all.
Kit Kat fits right in my skin, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? You get the dark skin Kit Kat. Okay.
You are
that's next to chocolate.
Kit Kat.
Nah, he's
Let's go.
always had that
No,
problem.
I ain't
though.
even messing with you.
Let's go.
DJ Envy's being sued, so
Again.
it was the again for me. So he's accused of running a real estate Ponzi scheme. He's facing allegations of involvement with the author Caesar Pina, his wife. Oh, they didn't got his wife involved. He always get his wife involved in his lawsuits. All right. Anyway,
They
Long
wrote a
story
book
short.
together.
Yeah, they do business.
They
together.
need to. They should do everything together. I get
If it's a
sued together.
Ponzi thing, get me out of it. Leave me out that one. Include me in a good business. Jeez, why you gotta take me? Who gonna watch the kids? They got like 8. Anyway,
They getting
Bring
sued
them
though. They're
back.
gonna just pay.
They're not going to jail.
all right. So, how does something like this happen? Do you think DJ Envy was aware of what was going on, or was he just kind of like thought it was a good business deal, put his face behind it? Because sometimes that's what happens.
I think that if he benefited from whatever old boy was doing, he should pay also. I think if you benefit, you should pay. And he could say he didn't know how to do that, but that Caesar guy only is known because of you, bro. That is your
You introduce
artist.
him into everybody.
That is your artist. The real estate game was the game that you guys play, and you got to. I mean, I know it's unfair to him probably, but you know, because you really don't know who you're getting in business with right now. Like you don't really know. Like it's so many liars online right now.
But
I mean,
that's why when you're a big brand like that, you have to be careful with
Yeah,
who you attach yourself to.
I think you got to be careful, and I think he has a brand that's trusted because he's on every morning. He's known as a resource. I think he really does have a bigger responsibility to make sure that the paperwork is right. Because now he could have his agreement, you know, with Caesar could be that he's just he could be being paid as like paid for hire. But you're right. The fact that he introduced him to the
audience doesn't understand.
the
that.
audience
The audience
doesn't know
looks at
that.
it like I know him through you. It's like,
But
like,
the court of law could say that he does not owe. The court of law
endorsed him.
probably will not say that, depending on the paperwork. But he will. And DJ Envy's been in some trouble. You know, he's been in a bad light in the public for a while. But according to the law, really, it depends on what the paperwork says if he would have to pay on that or not.
But guess what? He's gonna have to pay some litigators. That's why
This is true.
if you outside talking on the internet, you need to get insurance to cover your ass, guys. I know it might seem like nothing, but Envy is about to spend a few $100,000 on that lawsuit. Even if he's right,
Even
he
if
loses.
right.
Well, next.
Oh wait, I still even with this. So this is why there's this distrust in the black community, right? Because people are out here acting like, oh, we have this real estate course and we could teach you all about this, and then you find out it's a Ponzi scheme. Like at some point, we have to do right by our people, and this goes into the conversation of the girl that's going viral about black restaurants and overcharging and like.
I don't know, but don't we have like a responsibility as a grown ass adult just to do work and not like just because DJ Envy says this is a good real estate investment. If I'm educate myself, I'm smart enough to know. Let me do some research. I'm not gonna follow.
Yeah, but you're also speaking
DJ
from
Envy.
a standpoint of a grown woman, right? A
Okay.
real woman. You look at it from the standpoint like, dog, like we wear Nikes because of Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we drink Gatorade because of Michael Jordan. Like these celebrities endorsing these companies is how these companies were built in America. Like
But that's different though. Nike's is shoes.
It's a
Real
product.
estate is right. It's a
Money.
product.
But,
But
he's
real estate is
selling
an
the product.
investment.
But it's still but the real estate, you're talking real estate. I'm talking the actual product that they were selling to people that made people want to sue them. Like they told people that we can do these things and we believed it because it was DJ Envy. Because why the fuck would DJ Envy do that? He's
And
on the
look at
radio
his
every day. We know where to find
lifestyle.
him. Period. So that's what I'm saying.
I agree. Well, actually, all right. Anyway, sorry, my phone is locked. So Ice Spice is under fire for
But
having.
Tamira's gonna bring up Ice Spice every show.
Yes, I am. 'Cause that's my sis. But
Oh, is it really?
She bring her
No,
up
I'm from New York,
every
so-
show.
Okay.
Ice
she's the
Spice
most
farted
prominent
and
rapper right now. Who else? Cardi B get brung up. Offset get brung up. These are the people that's big in the culture right now. Anyway, Ice Spice is under fire for having a 16-year-old in her video. Fans said that she knew her age because she actually follows her.
Yeah.
let that have been a male rapper with a 16-year-old
No, you're
girl in
right.
this video.
You're absolutely right.
And then she
I
has
think-
the thong
Can I
out,
tell you
like,
something?
it's crazy.
I'm not sure, but NLE Choppa has a.
That was next on my list.
He's banned from Instagram because he posted a
Again?
video. No, he's been banned since he signed to Warner.
Okay.
Because from what I know, from what I remember, he posted a video of an underage girl on his page doing something sexual. Why the fuck they not happening to Ice Spice?
It's a good point.
That
That's
is
a
a
good
question.
point.
But my question is about parental. Like, why would her parents allow her to
Always
go to
blame the
hip-hop?
parents.
Parents probably don't even
My
know what the
mom,
hell's
I
going
lost
on.
my
She's
virginity
16.
on Halloween. My mom didn't know where the fuck I was at when I was fucking
How
that
old were
day.
Did you have an outfit on? Like,
16. I was fucking that day.
16.
My mom did not know I was
He had a
fucking.
Harry
Dog.
Potter
What was your
outfit on,
costume?
have it
Huh?
said,
What was your
right.
costume?
Nothing.
I'm just saying.
I
Real nigga
dressed
costume.
I dressed like a real nigga.
I know.
That's how real exactly.
No,
real man.
Ice Spice. But how old is Ice Spice though?
23, I believe.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't.
That's your sis.
She not my age group.
That's your sis, huh?
But What role do people like producers or the directors like when you come on a video, right? Do you have to sign certain NDAs?
Some
right?
videos
So,
depends on the video.
Well, she's on a major. That's why I said it should be.
Yeah.
Like if you went to a video from your homeboy from Gobby Road, nigga,
Right.
he gonna shoot. You better everybody getting used.
Yeah.
Logos.
But I
and
don't
all.
think it's a place for birthdays though. On that consent
Right.
form,
Usually
I don't
you
think it's
just
a birthday.
sign
You
in
sign
the
and you.
date.
you
I'm
give
just
them
saying.
permission.
I think that Ice Spice should be in jail for this one.
I don't think she should be in jail.
You went
No,
all
hit
the
me,
way
she should be in
left.
jail.
Hear me out real quick. Hear me out.
It ain't child
that was
porn.
let me tell y'all something. If that was a grown man,
You're right.
I would be saying, oh, he need to be in jail for having that little girl there. So when a woman does it, it's
You're right.
different.
It's not child porn though. Like
No.
How is it not? It's sexualizing a child.
It is sexual. If it was a 23-year-old man, I'm trying to think if it was a 23-year-old man.
I see.
If
With
I
With
would
a
feel that
16-year-old
way.
girl in the video.
But a 16, I
if
think
Lil
I would.
Baby had a 16-year-old dance in his video twerking, we would be on his ass.
I don't think we put him in jail, but we definitely would. He would.
I mean,
definitely have
I'm
to
being
pay.
funny when I say
Yeah.
she should be in jail,
Right.
but I'm saying whatever happened, if Tory
That's
Lanez
true.
is
the
in
video
jail,
should be down.
she should too. Because that's all I'm saying.
Y'all know how I feel about
Shit ain't
Tory.
fair for us. If it ain't fair, then it need to be fair for
No, I
everybody.
do think it's really there's a lot of hypocrisy when it comes
That's
to
why I wanted Crystal
women and men. Like
Talk.
we have to hold women to the same to the same standards
Absolutely
that
not.
men.
What they say, message.
Why? They don't.
Let's keep that down.
There's
Let's-
always double standards, and this just happens to be one of the things that goes in our favor. Most of the double standards go in men's
and guess what?
favor.
Guess what goes in our
Nah,
favor?
but it don't come back around
Cheating.
though.
Cheating, exactly.
Leave
Cheating
us the
goes in your
fuck alone
favor.
then. If we gonna leave y'all alone, leave us alone.
But this is
right?
my okay. But
Double
okay, can I just ask you a question on the cheating thing? It's fine. If a woman says it's fine that you're cheating, because I've done this for years. I just don't want to date a cheater. I'm fine with that. We can be best friends. Continue to cheat, but I just don't want to be with someone that's a
Can I
cheater.
fuck,
What's
though?
that's the problem?
Can I fuck
Fuck what?
as best friends?
Fuck no.
Right.
So we breaking up.
Well, I'm.
not-
Well, it's.
Well, you're leaving me. You're changing the dynamic. If I can still fuck, yes. Let's go.
That's
Best
the
friends-
definition of cheating. That's the definition of cheating.
We should just fuck them together. But let's go to the next subject.
But see, that's why all
What's
these
better
girls
than
is
that?
outside
We doing it
faking
together.
like they gay and like they like girls too, and
They
they, be
all
in the
do.
bathroom crying at the wall. I don't.
They
have
don't
time
even
for
really
that.
like girls. They're
Yeah,
just doing
y'all
it for
wouldn't
no
date.
reason.
Y'all wouldn't have a girlfriend by just you and a girlfriend.
Okay.
So don't do it just for a
Ooh,
guy.
can I ask y'all both a question? Say
I
that
have a
again.
girlfriend.
Say that again.
What?
They don't like girls.
I
that
don't
what?
think that girls really all some of them do, but not all of them actually really like girls.
don't.
So
They're
what
just
if a
doing
guy?
it to
What
be
if,
sexy.
what if let's reverse it. What if a guy was with you and he wanted to he sucked dick from time to time, but he don't really like guys? Is he gay?
He's
Is he
absolutely
faking gay? He's
absolutely
absolutely gay.
He's
So guess
absolutely
what?
gay.
They are too.
Oh please.
I'm not right. I'm not.
But
No.
I have a very close friend named Vagina, and Vagina does
Just-
everything she needs to do.
Regina.
Vagina's my best friend.
Okay,
I love
like
Vagina.
this. Regina.
You ever met a girl named Vagina?
No, I'm gonna
You
go
have
with
you
it.
have a friend named Vagina.
Okay.
Every woman in
okay.
America does.
Yes. Okay.
Be nice to her.
I call her Rosa Parks.
Because she takes a seat. Go ahead.
This is why I can't
She won't stand up.
say it with
Nobody
Ray.
stands up for her.
That's a weird name
No.
for
go.
her. Okay.
Well, Rosa's cute, and then like Rosa Parks has the same birthday as me. But anyway, I just be making up stuff. Gilly did Gilly Fest this weekend out in Philly. Shout out to him for even having the strength to go out there and do that and still hold his city down. There was a moment. Oh, I got goosebumps. There was a moment. Meek Mill got a song that he does that talks about the killing of like some of the people that passed. And Gilly kind of like really zoned out during it, and you could see him with his eyes closed. And Meek kind of like, it's important to have men that know you emotionally and can kind of pull you back and say like, "You good, bro?" Like, and you could see Meek tap him and kind of like
Snap out of it.
get back into it. And yeah, so I just want to talk about Gilly Fest and having black men that support each other. Do you think that this was a perfect time to do this for the city? Should he have postponed
He
it?
had no choice. But I will say this. Gilly showed me he's way stronger than me.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I would want to bury my head. Like, anybody who know me know how much I live for my kids. Like, my kids are my entire universe. So someone taking it from them, I would have killed the whole Philly.
Yeah,
And then I would have never came. I would have burnt the whole city down, never came back. So the fact that he stayed there and
Yeah.
did what he did, man, shout out to him. Them brothers really just showed me what love looks like and support looks like and healing looks like. Because I mean, like, you lose your kid to something, something natural, like health. It's like,
Yeah.
God, you and God, but you lose them to some ignorance or somebody shooting. man, I don't even know what I would do, man.
Especially since he built this whole brand on kind of trying to save people from.
But I will say this: Philly needs to rally around. Not just Philly. We need to have black male mentorship programs. These young black kids need father figures. And sometimes we try to brush them off like, them little niggas. Nah, them little niggas need us.
Yeah.
Because if them little niggas don't see, like I'm being honest with you, I was just saying this last night. I was hanging out with Polo and Chubby and Devon, and I was like, if I don't see a Devon Stevens and a Polo in these rooms doing everything they're doing, that I don't think it's possible that I could do it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of the times, like, people, it's a lot of bullshit with hip hop. But I think that we need more leadership, male leadership in hip hop, the way Wallow and Gilly is doing. But I think we need to find other shit for you to do. Rap is not the only way out, by the way. I think we need to create because I think the real issue is that we don't want to work at a regular job. Like I don't think no one wants to be a mailman. These young boys want to look at me, look at us, we fresh. You know what I'm saying? We looking good. So for me, I think they want to be that, and I think that. And I just said this last night. I was like, I know people be like, why are you loud? Why are you talking? I'm like, because, bro, we heroes. Whether we want it or not, we are heroes. There are kids right now looking at us saying, I can do that because of them. And we have to give those kids more information, more access and everything. So I just hate it, man. Like, it's hard to talk about because your kid's supposed to bury you. You're not supposed to bury 100%. Your kids.
I agree. So Drake fans were really mean to Pusha T. I sent you the video. Pusha T was trying to perform in Canada. They bombarded him with beer bottles. Like he couldn't even stand up straight.
Why would he go?
Why would? I want to know who thought that was a good idea. Who was the promoter on that?
Let me tell you. Now, mind you, if you're beefing with an artist from LA and you go to LA, I can accept that a little because there's thousands of artists from LA. Right. There's only one Drake in Canada. You look at Canada, he is the king of Canada. Why would you go to Canada, do a show, and not think there's going to be penalties?
He lucky it was just water and beer.
Right.
Like Drake just was talking about that on his Philly show. He was like, I remember when I was beefing with Meek, it was a little ugly for me in Philly. Yeah. And I'm Drake, nigga, but it's Philly, nigga. So when you hear that, it's like certain shit. I'm just like, good for your ass, good for your ass. Like I remember when I got into. I remember I was selling drugs at one point in my life and I got robbed. No, I was. What
kind of drugs were you selling?
Weed.
I've heard this.
Okay. This, and I remember I got robbed, and I remember. And I told Christian the story. Like I remember being like,
was it at gunpoint or like?
Yeah, gunpoint. Like I thought I was gonna die. Like I hid under a house for 3 hours. Yeah, this really happened to me. This what made me stop hustling. And I remember going out to see my mom and being like, Mom, I got robbed. My mom was like, good for your ass. You ain't a drug dealer, nigga. Don't do it. You don't know how to do it, so don't do it. And as much as that shit hurt me that my mom reacted like that, I was like, damn, she is right.
Rain don't play. She give it to you straight
Mom,
up.
Come be a guest on the show.
Won't that be funny? She gonna chew you up.
I don't think people know how funny my mother is. My mother is a comedian. My mother is funny. When she get relaxed, she is me times 2 because she don't have no filter. It's like
None.
I remember one time tell you a story. I remember one time we was just getting some money and one of the members of our city was in a relationship with a girl at the time. And my mother looked up and down and said, she ain't gonna last. In front of her though. He gonna leave her. And lo and behold, a couple weeks later, she was gone. Lorraine don't play.
I know that's right.
Go ahead.
But yeah, speaking of Meek Mill and Drake, so Meek Mill actually Drake had a show in Philly and Meek Mill came and helped him walk in. We've always, or you guys have always told me that it was more money in beef. So
I never said that. I mean, we might have said it, yeah. Go ahead.
That's why y'all said 50 Cent and Ja Rule beefed all these years because it was more money in it. So these two coming together and kind of, do you think that we'll get another song from them?
Yeah, of course.
Ooh,
I think the beef thing was years ago.
Drake and Meek, y'all need to do an album together.
Yes.
That would be crazy. Now that would be crazy.
That would be a good bridge too, like to see
what
Canada and Philly. It would be a good little
that Drake and Meek should do an album together because Meek is the shit and Drake is the shit. And I would just love to hear what that sound like.
Speaking of rebranding, even though nobody said anything about rebranding, Twitter has changed its whole look. Now there's an X on my phone now instead of the bird. So you know, us at Black Twitter, we had a funeral for Birdie, Tweety. Do we think that this is going to affect how the usership of Twitter? Is this the end of an era? What are we feeling about this?
I think Elon Musk is saying, fuck all y'all niggas. Y'all make me buy this shit. I'm going to run it into the ground. I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And I mean, because let's be clear, Threads had all that momentum, but I don't.
Nobody's
We're gonna go back to Twitter. For some reason, Twitter just feels like the free
Twitter.
land.
Yes.
No,
It
Twitter is dope.
Yes.
I think Twitter actually is more. But people, the people that are like look right in front of them, but don't look at the long term. They like Instagram, but Twitter actually is great for delivering messages. It's great for headlines. When you look at trending news, you can find it on Twitter. You can't find anything on Instagram besides, pictures that are cool and emotional shit that's not true.
That's what.
But Twitter is like, it's definitely like where you can look. And if you have trending headlines on Twitter, they're on Google later, right? Instagram,
Really?
It always comes to us first.
Yeah. So if you tweet,
I swear I'm the queen of.
yeah. Twitter is actually more valuable.
Do we have a
In the
name
news.
change? Queen of Black Twitter?
Oh,
I like Queen
they
of
don't
Black
even
Twitter
like
as
me
a
on
name,
Twitter.
right? That's a good name.
But because I went to school for journalism,
Yeah.
and one of the things, so I remember one time I was in Harlem and I heard a big boom, and I just typed in Harlem and boom, and I found out exactly what happened
Twitter.
from Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter is my number one news source. If I want to find out how people feel or something, like if I wanted to figure out how people really felt about Lizzo right now, I would go on Twitter and type her name in and see what the big conversation is.
Speaking of Lizzo,
Speaking of Lizzo, look at how I
making
done
girls
plugged my
eat
own
bananas
thing.
out of pussies.
Lizzo. Okay, so Lizzo's
That's
being
not my
sued.
words. That's not my words. That was actually said in the
That was
article.
actually an article.
So Lizzo's being sued for some sexual harassment of her employees. Yeah, so this comes as a surprise because Lizzo is supposed to be one of those people that advocate for
Publicly.
everybody to be nice
Body
to each other.
positivity.
And
Publicly.
publicly.
I'm just being honest. Like,
And then privately.
like Crystal is a wonderful human being, but I'm pretty sure privately she has some ugly moments. We all do. That's natural. She probably is a sexual deviant, and
It's the fact that your voice changed. That's just a fact.
It's always
sexual deviant.
I am.
Can I say- and
Like,
this is
I
gonna-
am. I'm
this-
Barack Obama
This
during
is
the
going to be
day.
a very
Then nighttime,
unpopular
Wesley
opinion.
Pipes comes.
I'm saying this is going to be a very unpopular
cannot be
opinion, right?
Wesley.
That's me.
This is going to make people really angry at me, but I'm going to ask you as a woman, right?
Ooh.
This is.
By the way,
it's
keep coming
fine.
back.
It's
I love
fine.
this.
No,
This
I
is my
probably won't be
favorite
invited
culture
back
report we
anymore
ever
after
done.
saying this. But I think, okay, so Lizzo rides for body positivity, right? And she'll go on and she'll post, but to me, I hate you.
In my living room.
But to me, it's almost like you're doing too much. Like anytime, because for you to be the size that you are, but in a thong, I think there's some resentment there, right? Because she does it and she cries and she does it and she cries. So for me, for her to be doing the same thing to girls that work for her, to me, there's some self-hate there.
It's similar to like if someone was a personal trainer, but behind closed doors, they ate candy and food and after they was done, they resented it. Like, I hate this fucking Kit Kat, but it's so good. And it's like that. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that she probably hates being
It's
fat.
projecting, yeah. She's so,
I'm sorry.
and-
I'm sorry to say
So
that.
you think she hates being fat?
I think she hates being fat.
and that's why she's mean to other people. I think
I
that's
do.
what you're saying.
I
What's
think
that
that
indirect anger?
I think that's the lot that God had, that she's got, that she has in life, right? She's talented and all these things, but at the end of the day, most females would rather be beautiful than talented or rich. Because if you're beautiful, you can become talented. You can
That's a
become
good
rich
one.
and become talented or smart.
Now you
All
see
right,
why I
so
love Kristen so
door A,
much.
there'll
You
be-
got to keep coming back. Talk
Wait.
that shit.
So door A is
I hear that
talented.
bar.
Door A is talented and
You could be I'm
Talented
saying
and smart.
talented
And rich.
and
And
rich.
this one is beautiful.
Beauty is more powerful for women than anything.
this is the money.
This
is good.
No. The beauty
This
will
is
get
real.
you. Because there's so much power for women. So
yeah,
I
this-
feel
Pretty girl
like
privilege
Because I ain't
is
gonna lie to you, a beautiful girl will always find her way.
yeah,
Pretty
Because
girl privilege.
there's a
Yeah.
weak man out there
absolutely.
who's willing to take care of her and keep her on her arm as
It's
as an assortment,
unbelievable.
as an ornament
Yeah.
to make him feel like look how
Yeah.
I've
I
made
want
it
to
in
be an
life.
ornament. Anybody?
And there's also a resentment
much.
when women
Ornaments don't talk.
because you could be
ornaments don't talk. Y'all gotta hear what
Tamara
Ray
wants to be an
saying in
ornament.
my.
Tamara wants to be an ornament, but Tamara, you talk too goddamn much.
Listen, I will
you
shut
gotta,
up.
you
I
gotta,
promise.
you gotta be able to
It
give
depends
in
on
to
the
the
money.
pretty and just let it rest.
it-
Man,
let it be
Crystal,
there.
I love you so much. I just love how
No,
you
but
think.
I feel like for her, I mean, she's playing the flute. But for me, growing up, girls playing the flute that were fat, nobody cares about that. She's very accomplished. I think she's super talented. But the fact that she's doing things against women proves to me that there's some self-hate there. And so I feel
allegedly.
Right, come on,
there's
throw
3
that
girls
allegedly.
that have filed a lawsuit. And this, to me, it is allegedly, but the fact that Beyonce took Lizzo's name out of her,
Ooh.
I was
Once
like,
Beyonce got
the fact that just lets me know that
Snatch.
there's some substance to that. And I don't say that in a negative way. I'm just being honest. Lizzo, I don't care. Oprah, all these amazing, accomplished women, most women still want to be considered attractive. A woman's value is always going to be connected there. And that's fucked up, but that's just how we
don't make
are.
the rules.
So when you put on that
Yes,
G-string, you want to be seen as sexy. And there's some guys
But
that
there's
have
some
a
guys.
fetish.
She's a fetish.
It's a fetish, but it's not the same as.
But here's the thing, though. I think it might bother her. Just speaking hypothetical, because obviously we're close to Lizzo. We've done both her albums, and she's a friend. And I know Lizzo is a sweetheart. But is it I lost my train of thought. But I was going to ask this, though. Lizzo doesn't allow skinny women to dance on stage with her. Isn't that body shaming?
right. That is because if you're really for
I
everybody,
don't think it's body shaming.
Vanessa, you're a slim, beautiful girl. Does that offend you that you can't? That only big girls can dance with her? But do you?
Because
is
thin
it-
girls are not easily offended.
talent.
It's because
but
first of all, no, she's beautiful, so thin, beautiful girls are not going to be easily offended.
There you
But
go.
I think it's the aesthetic, and I think Lizzo has, from the time she came out, everything that she does is about thick, curvy girls, and there are a lot of girls that have. Missy has girls that are thick, dancing with her that are dope. It's the aesthetic. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But at the point that you are allegedly.
I want Vanessa to come up here and say that again so people can hear it.
Yeah.
She's right here. You got my
But-
text.
Woo,
Let's bring Vanessa on. Vanessa is what our guys.
Yeah.
Come on, take my seat. Take my seat.
But I also think that that's like saying, can white people get offended if they can't get into HBCUs? Like, y'all have a space for y'all. Like, she's just trying to create a space for those type of girls. But back to what Ray asked earlier, would you get offended if you couldn't get on stage with Lizzo because she only allowed bigger girls on stage?
Personally, I don't think I would, but if I was a dancer and I was better statistically, probably, like all my awards or credibility and whatnot in dancing, and she chose somebody else who is probably an okay dancer because of her body type, I would probably feel some type of way.
But if you were that beautiful young girl, you could go dance with anybody else, and you would. There are thousands of opportunities for thin, beautiful girls. There are very few opportunities for curvy or thicker women to dance on stage. So
What if it was her dream though to dance for Lizzo specifically because she loves her as an artist and because it was, it'd be a little bit. She'd probably feel like, am I ever
Skinny,
gonna
you
be
gotta
that
let
I promise
go.
Rihanna's gonna have
Right.
some pinks.
Go
Who
dance with
Beyonce? There's somebody
Beyonce,
else
right.
that you could go to, and they're gonna welcome you with. It's kind of like, I think, like Monique talked about that. Like, big girls can't really. Big girls can say stuff about skinny girls, and skinny women are like, you can have it. We got everything else. Kind of like tall guys and short guys. Like, short guys, a tall guy making fun of a short guy, it's like,
Right.
that looks really bad. But if short guys makes fun of, Kevin Hart makes fun of tall people all the time. LeBron is he's not
Doesn't get
offended
offended.
because at the end of the day, everybody wants tall men. So you'll be fine. You'll be just
Well,
fine.
thank you. You could chime in on this one too. Wait, hold on. Don't go nowhere. Nene Leakes says that she thought she should be bigger than Kim Kardashian. Who wants to go first? Because I have my thoughts.
I have a
on this.
lot on that. I just feel like we need to, Raymond needs to, I went crazy on a post because I just felt like that was ridiculous. The
We talking about Nene Leakes
Nene and Kim Kardashian,
So one of the things that she was saying is that the networks pretty much put all their energy into pushing Kim Kardashian, and they didn't give her as much. And she was there first was pretty much her I was here first type of thing.
We all know that America celebrates every other race over black women in America anyway. They support any other
don't
race.
play the black card.
No.
I
Hear me
do.
out. No, hear me
Don't do
out.
that.
Hear me out. When Nene said that, I thought about it. Let's be clear. The Kardashians are a powerhouse
Right.
for no reason.
Right. No other if
No,
she was
no
black,
other reason.
no
But I'm
prostitute
saying,
would have
name
been a
another.
billionaire.
Name a close. Name the next most popular black family for nothing.
For nothing.
Like Nene is famous for nothing. What I mean, like she doesn't do anything.
she's
She
famous
was just
for
a
nothing.
personality they put on TV, and she's
Yeah.
in the
But
name the closest.
well,
Just name one.
This is the thing, though, right? I don't think you can play the race card with that because I think we're different in how we do things. Kim Kardashian, first of all, before we even value, yes, we value race, but we also value beauty. We just finished talking about that, right? So when you're being valued for doing nothing but showing up, beauty is a big part of that. All the girls on, well, not Basketball Wives, but most of the reality shows that people get paid for, there's a certain aesthetic that fits that show, right? So Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians have a certain aesthetic that, regardless if we want to call the race card, black people are the biggest supporters. We're the ones that told white people she was beautiful. White people weren't running after her. So that's the first thing. But beauty, and then she's pleasant. You can hate Kim all she wants. Maybe she's a bitch behind closed doors, but when she's on the show, she's pleasant.
Not in the beginning. If you watch,
hold on. So you're saying Nene isn't?
I'm saying Nene is not pleasant.
Oh,
so you're
Nene's
saying
not
the black girl?
pleasant. Okay.
So Nene has a black girl attitude.
I didn't say that.
I'm asking.
Say that. I'm
Black girl
saying that
attitude.
her character on the reality
always-
show was one that was always bullying the other women, right? It's the black girl that's going to get you in check. It is not. Kim is just the sister. In fact, the other sisters push Kim around, right? So not only is she beautiful, other little girls want to look like her, women want to look like her, and most black men I know want to have sex with her, and white men too. That's the formula for success.
Want to have sex with
Nene
who?
doesn't.
Yeah, I don't
Kim.
want to have sex with Nene.
Are you sure? Do
You
you want to
said
look like
Nene.
Nene?
No, thank you.
Have you ever wanted to look like Nene?
No.
Have you ever wanted to have sex with Nene?
I don't.
I've
Because
never-
Okay,
she-
so
but
no,
she's
stop.
older than me, and
Do
I'm
you
not
know?
older than me.
Do you have you ever saw Kim Kardashian dress a certain way and wanted to look like that?
Her
As far as
outfits,
what?
yes.
Okay, have you ever thought?
Nene
Fucking
got some
never
good
mind.
fits.
Well, my man was
Nene
married
got
to
good
her. He
fits,
told me
too.
some stories. So
Oh.
Kim Kardashian will never be single.
Exactly, and I know those stories. So
She
my
will
point,
never be
my
single.
point is,
There
Nene
will always be a
saying,
nigga in line to get Kim Kardashian.
Nene saying that they, and she didn't even say network. She said they pushed Kim. No, Kim is beautiful and fuckable and looks fuckable. That's it.
Ether, we need to drop Ether right there. Ugh. Ether,
But I
queens
do
get the
also
money.
And I'm not saying Nene's not beautiful, but that's not the first thing you think when you think of Nene.
You think
Agreed.
attitude.
But I also
you think,
think-
baby, let me tell you something.
Race play.
By the way,
only
no real man wants to be around that energy to be married to.
Nene.
What about just the
Nene
fuck?
got two
It's not
boyfriends right
fun.
now.
Quiet.
No, she doesn't.
She just on
was
camera
Peter.
with. Listen, they.
That
I
was
think they was
Peter.
doing
She
that
was being
anyway.
funny. That was, and maybe he is.
Right.
Knocking
Listen,
it
I'm
down.
not-
My thing is this. My only
not
thing is
skipping
this.
over
Is that you're right, Crystal. See, that's why I need you, because you gave me a different perspective, because I didn't even think about it like that. But she is not someone who I think people want to be around. She's more someone who people are entertained by. Kim is someone who I think people want to be around.
Yeah.
And not only that, Kim understands what Marilyn Monroe got. She understands what all those famous white women got. Be beautiful and be quiet and fuck all the niggas you want and never talk about it, but take pictures with them. And let everybody guess.
But if she was black, since we're not playing a race card, I'm gonna always play it. If Kim was black, it would have never played out like that, and that's just a reality.
Well,
of the
not only
situation.
black, but she was also already wealthy.
But she was, it's not only that, she was also around. That's not always true. She was also, it was a point in time when things was tough.
Right.
And my mom got smart and turned it around.
Right. She
And
had
by the way,
access.
I only know
She had
this stuff.
access
I only
to
know
wealth.
this stuff because
Right. Yeah.
I'm best friends with one of her
first
husband, and he'll tell anybody the story. Like,
Go
he
look
was
at
one-
our old show. He
Yeah,
told
go
the
look at our
whole-
old show. Look at Damon Thomas. He'll tell you that. But yeah, I just think that black women. I'm speaking for Nene, but I'm saying black women. Black women have to understand that men don't like the step of it. We don't like that. We don't like it. We don't want to be around it, and that's why as soon as men keep running to money, they go to the other side, because the other side might not be trustworthy.
I don't think all
they
black
might turn
women
us
are
into
not
the police
trustworthy.
first.
Yes, they will.
We know they gonna. If the revolution starts, they're gonna be the first one to turn us over. We know that, but we also know when we come in the house and we want our dick sucked, want our feet rubbed, we want whatever, they're gonna do it with a smile.
But I think only, like, I don't know, I might be wrong. I think only black New York women kind of have that type of attitude. I think when you go down south, it's southern.
It's
y'all
moved
southern
down.
belles and y'all nice. What happened?
No. It's
Yeah.
moved down to where I even think that, and you could tell me this, like, I even think the young problem is we as black women have not taught our daughters how to appreciate men.
Yes,
That's
we
the
were
problem.
taught them
So
to
young
survive.
black women have attitudes with men and feel like, because I can get my mom made a lot of money, so you're unnecessary, right? So I don't think it's any more like a cultural issue. It did, because I'm from the north, so I was like, these southern girls are
the great
ridiculous.
Kevin Samuels once said,
He's
the great Kevin Samuels once said that white women go to college to find their husband,
Yeah.
and black women go to college to prove that they don't need one.
well, but can
My
but
mother
no,
sent me to college to find a
but when you
husband.
say
My
that,
mother
that
told
part
me
is
to get my
true.
husband. My
But
mother told me to, but it
But
depends
that's
on
the
who raised
education
you.
level. It's the
Yeah.
education level. When I went to college, most of the girls that I went to college with found husbands in college, as I did. I got married in college to an engineer. So I did, but that's the education level of people that were thinking like that. People that didn't go to college, their mothers are not thinking to teach their daughters that because that's not their reality. So I don't think that's necessarily fair, but I do think that we have not taught our daughters how to be wives.
Ooh,
Yes,
and we
I
have
said
not taught
that.
our sons how to be
How to be
husbands.
husbands, true.
And
We only
until
taught
we
them
do
how to
that,
survive.
because
Right.
they're whores. A lot of our men are whores,
And our daughters are now
self-proclaimed
whores as well.
And now our daughters want to be whores.
The Pound Town.
And they want to go to Pound Town.
wanna go to
They wanna be
I
city
will
girls.
fuck Miyoki up.
Let me say, I will fuck mine up, and she
And she's
is a grown
Oh,
woman.
now Chanel, come on.
And let me tell you, I was talking to a girl who is my daughter's age, and she was telling me that a 40-something-year-old man, and my daughter's 27, 47-year-old man,
Try to get at her.
he got not at my daughter because I would fuck him up, but at this
on.
girl.
Your daughter can't, so Chanel can't date an older
No.
man? Why?
No, because the mentality of a 40-something-year-old
It's way too
man
different.
is totally different than my daughter. Because I actually parented my daughter, so my daughter's not a whore. Now there's some other
I
27-year-olds
love you.
that are
Come,
whores.
welcome back. Come on. We need you to come in all the time. Talk that shit.
My daughter's not a whore.
She's not.
But yeah, but there are some other 27-year-olds who are whores. So a 40-year-old, they could get a game to. My daughter would be completely lost on what to do with a 40-year-old man. So I would.
He won't be lost on what to do with her though.
He wouldn't, but I
He
would
can
fuck
guide
him
her.
up.
He might be able to guide her and
I
raise
would
her.
fuck him up.
Speaking of raising daughters, Sukihana talks about her educational background and struggle. She admits that she was in more of the learning different classes. Am I?
No, you can say learning disability.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
she
she
had-
was on a small bus. Let's go with that.
Short bus shawty?
Yeah, she was a short bus shawty. My shawty sounded really good just now.
You did.
Okay. So I want to just talk about what. All right. So what roles education play in how we end up as adults?
I
And
just wanna say
labels
this.
that get placed on you young. So if you get labeled young, that you're kind of retarded.
That's the R word. I think that we have to. You don't say the R word. It's illegal. I
It means
think
that we learn differently.
I think that we learn differently, but I think that's something that we have to acknowledge in America is that a lot of our rappers sat in the slow classes.
These are the
A
leaders
lot of
today.
rappers that I know for a fact. I went to school with a rapper, and he was in the slow class, for sure. And I'm talking about that class where you sit in it all day, and then when the bell ring, they let you go into the hallway with the other kids who actually
high
going from class to
five.
class. And then when the bell ring, you got to take your ass back in that same classroom. I want to find out how many of the rap community, how many people in the rap community was in those classes, because I know is a few of them. So a couple of people, one famous rapper said it, but I know I went to high school with a famous rapper who was in the slow classes. I think so. Does that say you have to be slow to rap?
no. It's different.
Doesn't
It's
mean
different.
that you were so unique that you didn't fit into the mainstream. Like there's
could
a
be a
few
lot of
ways.
stuff.
Well, I think a lot of people learn differently, right?
I was dumb in high school.
Well, you weren't dumb, obviously. No, I talked to your mom. Your mom said you were not.
I was.
You were
I-
always
I- no, I
extreme.
wa- no. My mom don't know. I was smart from 5th grade, from
Before that?
elementary to 5th grade, and I was the third smartest kid in my school.
Yes.
And then they sent me to the regular school, and then I didn't have no teacher talking to me, and I just failed all my classes.
But that doesn't mean you're dumb. What means is, and
I
this
said
is,
I was
this,
dumb in high school. That's what I
You
said.
weren't dumb in high school, right? What happened is,
I was Don Vito in high school.
by third grade, by third grade, when especially African American boys, I taught school for a year, and I taught for a charter school, and I learned that the way black boys learn is different, right? Girls are a little bit different. They're easier. They want to please. Black boys learn usually through actually seeing things and understanding. So there's a disconnect between the teacher and the student. That's why most black boys have disconnected from school by the time they get to 5th grade. So it's not that they're smart. You were always intelligent. Intelligence doesn't go anywhere, but you were not in an environment that was able to, nurture that. So what happens is they lose connection with school. They feel like they're dumb. And so a lot of times if you think you're dumb, your actions start to replicate that. So with Sukihana, it's obvious that, again, there was some teaching missing, right? But if a kid is told that they're stupid, if they're dumb, and they don't understand, they're going to look for what they do well. And a lot of times as a female, once you start developing, you learn that your sexuality is the way that you get where you need to go. And so she learned fucking and being sexual gets me attention, and that's how I can win.
I can be honest with you. If I showed you a video, see, here's another thing. Money don't make you classy.
Right.
Money doesn't make you better.
That's true.
If I showed you a video of Sukihana in London to my eating his ass.
She want to get her pussy stretched.
No, and she want to eat his ass in front of all these white women. You would definitely say she was in the slow classes.
Yeah.
It doesn't shock me. It to me, it just says that they're just more entertaining because they don't give a fuck, or maybe they don't know no better. Like, I don't think she don't give a fuck. I just don't think she know no better. I think if she knew how ignorant she was, she would stop.
No, because with being
knows.
ignorant is getting her money, it's getting her paid, it's getting her attention.
She wants the attention. She's high off the clout. And
what else is she gonna do? What else is she gonna do?
She doesn't think that she has another worthy outside of being ratchet.
Well, let's be clear. What would a lot of us do without hip hop? What would a lot of us do without music? What would like literally? I think when people pull up to my house, they're like, "Who lives here?
Yeah.
Whose house is this?" And they come in there, oh, music, motherfucker. That's what. Like, it's like, what else could you do? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, what else can we do besides live in entertainment and be successful in that? So for me, it's like, but we do have a lot of rappers that are in slow classes, and I think that they should talk more.
Share their story.
Yeah, because maybe it was the system. Maybe it is the system.
Where are their parents? Where was Sukihana's mom?
Probably doing the same thing Sukihana is doing right now.
Yeah, she doesn't look like that was. Like she had a mother that had it all together.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah. Why do y'all keep making these kind of people famous? Like real talk. Like, as a man, give me an ignorant man that men made famous. Like, give me one man that you like. Why did y'all make that man famous?
Kodak Black.
Kodak Black? Okay. Kodak is not that bad to me. Kodak is actually one of the most gifted rappers alive. He's just a little, he country. He from Florida. He from Florida. But I can go on a list of who y'all made famous.
Give it to us.
The Kardashians are because of women. Like, they have
the Kardashians because black men are obsessed with them.
No, we're not.
Y'all
yes,
wanted
you
to have
are.
sex with her. Y'all would have.
Oh my God!
You have a room full.
You just
made
said
all the girls
no.
think they needed
You
that
just
body.
said that
She'll never be single.
You just said that you talked to and Kim Kardashian and he told us a list of extremely and powerful, influential black men
who want to experience her,
who had experienced her.
Exactly, but they did not take her public, and no one knows. So am I infatuated, or did I just fuck somebody? You know what I'm trying to say?
Kanye made her his wife, as did the other Kim Humphries.
I'll ask y'all a question. I ask you a question, and I hate to do this.
Kanye that messed up.
If Kanye's mom was alive, you think he marries Kim Kardashian?
Absolutely not.
I don't think
Absolutely
so.
not.
If his mom's alive, he don't
She would
marry.
never
Like
came
with the
around.
Kardashians, and mind you, I spoke to Ye's manager right when they started dating. Right, and I remember I was in his office. I was like, he gonna marry her, and he was like, nah, they just started. No. I was like, bro, he gonna marry her because I lost my father, and I know how it is to lose a parent and want to get that feeling.
Yeah.
And Kris Jenner was smart enough to surround him with love.
She did.
And make him feel loved, and that's how that's how they got him, and they got him. And once he figured out that he was just a victim, it was too fucking late, probably.
But can I say this though, Ray? There are a lot of young black men that want that same thing. They may have grown up with a mother that wasn't affectionate.
And that is why they go to the other side when they start making money, because those families understand how to surround. Like, let's be clear.
Like, it starts in college.
If you dating a football player in college.
Yep.
The girlfriend's mother is coming to the game to cheer him on.
She's gonna come do your laundry.
Black girlfriend mother I ain't coming to cheer. I got shit to do. I got work to do. I ain't cheering them on. I don't be in no game.
Her own kids.
Yes.
But no, I don't want to say that because we have a lot of we
have
can't
different
say that.
factors.
We have a
as to
lot.
why.
A lot of it is economics
Yes.
and it's intelligence and access, because there are a lot of black families that are very supportive and are very involved, right? So we're talking about a small percentage. So I don't want to say that we don't have. That's not fair.
But I think that this goes back to what we said about college and being trained and what you go there for, right? I think if you watch even in high school, the football players start dating the white girls. These girls are trained to be wives. We are trained to survive. And I've said that a million times.
That is killing us, ladies.
We have to learn a balance.
It's killing us.
So y'all.
My mom did a good job at telling me, and like you said, we've seen our moms be strong and independent. And because my mom owned a car and a house and went to college, she always said, just because I did it don't mean you need to do it. And don't think you could do it alone. She said, I did it alone, but please don't do it alone. Please don't do it alone. But
that was good. You had a good mom.
But if I see it though, I still just,
Yeah.
she said it as much as she wanted, but in the back of my head, I watched 3 independent women in my family.
Well, the
get
problem
everything.
is we didn't have fathers that were real providers. So it may be a father that provided financially, but he may not have provided emotionally.
yeah.
And so when a father isn't providing, a woman doesn't have an option but to be in survival mode. So everybody wants to point to the women, but the reality is the man is supposed to be the head. But when he does not step up in that role, it leaves all of us to
Sometimes it's hard to be the head when the mouth is talking.
Y'all gotta learn how to shut your ears.
No, I'm
y'all
not
worried about
no,
talking so
sometimes
much.
it's hard to be the head when the mouth is running. Cause like it's like sometimes I want to just concentrate on what I need to do and you talking about where we going? Who we going? What we with? What's happening? Shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. Fuck. Why you have to say something? Why you scared to shut the fuck up? So I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. You're right.
That was hilarious.
Men are to blame for a lot of it. We have to blame each other. But what I'm telling you is that we don't get far. We don't get far when we're not supported completely in our
Right.
position.
That's fair.
And supported means shut the fuck up. You don't think so?
I mean, okay.
Say it.
I think a lot of what y'all missing is if we can agree that the black family is missing a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have an example of a man to be.
Right.
Yeah.
A woman has an example.
But that example
Yeah,
is
but
dysfunctional. It's a dysfunctional example.
No,
it's
you're-
a man woman.
No, you're
it's
right.
a man
No,
woman.
Don.
So we don't have a real example.
You don't see a soft woman.
Don,
you
Don.
don't see somebody love a man.
I mean, she's a
Yeah.
masculine, a woman that has masculine energy, because being the head of the household sucks. Ray, you know, I hated it, but I did it and I didn't complain because the other
But you
option
did it
was,
in your femininity though. You never try to be the man.
I never tried to
Because
be
it was,
the man.
remember me and you and Stone sat down that
Yeah.
first time. She was worried about, can I tell a story?
Mm-hmm.
She was worried about her son because he wasn't, and this is so beautiful because this is why you're so dope. Because Crystal was like, I asked Crystal, would you date a man like your son when you was his age? And she said no, because her son is really smart. Like,
he told me that first. He was like, "Mom, you would never date me."
he's brilliant. He's brilliant. Her son is like all the special schools. He graduated like 2 years
Yeah,
early.
shout out to
Like
him.
he's different special. And I sat down with him and he just knew what the world looked like. He was like, yeah, I know my mom wouldn't date a guy like me, but that's why I don't go for girls like my mom. And I was like, and I remember we left the table and I said, Crystal, as her brother, I'm like, Crystal, he's going to be fine. Remember, I was like, he's going to be fine because he understands what the world is. And for me, I just look at it like this. We are broken as a community, but the only way we're going to get better is if we can accept our wrongs. And I'm telling you, the hardest part of dealing with a black woman is the mouth, the attitude, the shit that comes with it, the shit that I'm like, come on, man, why you had to say that? Like sometimes it's like I say, it's like me and you in the car, we together, and I'm like, man, I'm hungry. You hungry? Yeah. I'm gonna get us some food. Yeah, because I ain't ate all day. You know, shut the fuck up. I just said
I
we're
was
gonna
gonna
get
get food,
food, bro.
yeah.
Why do you have to give me all of that? I don't need that extra. Like sometimes it's like just leave the extra on the side. So for me, I do agree with y'all, and I do believe that it's both faults. But the man always left, right? That's what y'all say, right? When do you leave? And look at any music video. Look at the movies.
Always left. That's the story they telling.
They got taken away.
What happened in Don Vito?
Jail.
Either he's dead, in jail, on drugs, or said
That
Yeah,
means
crack-
he
Well,
left.
no. I was. But
He,
let me
don't,
say this.
he ain't gonna do. But
delivered or he just got out.
no, he wasn't.
This is what we forget. This is what we forget.
Y'all need to stop
Black
fucking
men-
niggas because they cute and because they got swag.
Don't
Y'all need to stop
point to
fucking
me.
niggas that y'all
No.
need to start having
I
sex with
don't
men
fuck with
that y'all
you.
want y'all kids to be like.
But you got to look at this. You are part of the
Agreed.
0.1%, right?
thing with men.
You are part of the
Be mad when y'all
0.1%.
do
There are a
these
lot of
birds.
black men that are out here trying, and they cannot. Women respect men according to how much money they make, right? So you got to think about it. I have value. I can understand that a man
was about
in the
you.
house with a woman who's making $50,000 a year, he's doing the best he can. She's being disrespectful. It is going to make him feel less than. He's going to go out in the street. And then I can see why a lot of them left. Because especially years ago, now there's a lot more options. If he can't provide, they got 3 mouths. They're looking at him. The woman is like, you remember that scene in John Q where Denzel's wife was like, do something. He can't do anything.
Right.
Of course he's going to leave.
John
Because
Q
he
went and held
can't.
the hospital.
Right. He figured it out.
Exactly.
So.
Because she's
He put his life in
He made
danger.
sense.
See what happened when she said do something, and he did it, because a man wants to be able to provide. If he can't provide, a lot of times he's going to leave.
Men-
I don't think they leave because they all are just bitches. Some of them are, But I think they leave because
Ego.
they don't feel like they can. My dad used to tell me, your mom is doing a better job. I can
Yeah.
never do what your mom did.
But let me ask you this: if he leaves, here's the only thing I'm gonna say, Don. I'm gonna challenge you on, and me and Crystal talk about this all the time. He leaves, but he doesn't leave and go be a
By
deadbeat.
himself? Oh.
He leaves and goes and finds a woman,
Another woman.
who has kids, and he's a father to her kids. Better father. Why is he a better father? Because the woman is better to him. And that's why it's hard to be a good man to a bad woman. But if a woman is treating, no, I'm telling you, if a woman is treating you like you are A1 in gold,
Yeah.
you will go out and be that. If she treats you like you ain't shit, you gonna be ain't shit. Like, well, I'm not trying. I'm not proving
true.
myself to you. I have a friend that only dates white women. Only dates white women. You know I'm talking about Bonja. Oh, said it again. Fuck it.
Now we
Heard
all
him
know
out.
the
Now we
friend.
all know.
You said
My friend only dates, he's an African. He only
Yeah.
dates white women. And you know what he said? He said, I only
all
date,
his kids' mothers.
yeah, white. He
Wait
says,
till I see him.
and this nigga got dreads and he looks like he should be singing on the song with Deion Ferris.
Yeah.
He like
And
he, should
he
be,
talks
like a
that
neo
big
soul
talk. He
singer,
talks that
and he
talk.
talks that
He
black
talks
talk.
that talk.
But guess
I
what
am
he
in
said?
shock right
So guess what he
now.
said? So I said to him, I said, bro, why do you date white women instead of black women? He
Wait
said,
till
because
I
I
catch
never, when I date a white woman, when I tell her who I am, she believes it. I don't have to prove myself. With a black woman, I have to prove myself to her, and
y'all
that's
be
and
lying.
I don't feel like I should have to prove myself to you because I'm who I am.
We've been lied to, so we gotta wall up. Y'all
Go
been
to the next
lied
one. I'm
to.
sorry. We go.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're gonna skip to a music question because we've been on trending topics for a while. What's the lifespan of an album nowadays?
Nowadays?
Yes.
Well, I think it's different. I think it used to be 6 to 9 months.
6 for an album?
Well, in contractually, if you do contracts when artists are in album cycles, that's why if the contract is spelled out that an album cycle is spelled out in a matter of time. So it could
Okay.
be 9, 12 months, whatever it is. But I think album cycles now are about, it depends on who the artist is and how fast they drop. So like when Kendrick gives us an album, we know we're gonna cherish this motherfucker for the
a
next
while,
few years,
right.
right? But you know, if I don't know who, give me a rapper, I can't think of nobody.
21.
21 is like that too. He's a every 2 or 3 year
Space it
artist
out,
too.
okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the artist and their offering. But if you're giving us an album every fucking 6 months, nigga, that's the cycle. You predicting the
You
cycle.
could make your own cycle.
But Young Boy's like that. NBA Young Boy does a whole lot of projects. He does
throws
like
it out.
album. But I would say this: artists, you can make your. I think that artists. This one that I would say. I think artists do things backwards. I think the way it used to hype the album up for people to go buy it after it dropped, and after it dropped, you just go do promo. But all the hype came in before. Now the hype has to come after, because now where I had to give you a reason to get in your car, go to the store, buy an album. By that time, you're committed. You're going to listen to it. You're locked in. You don't have a choice but to be locked in. But the way the world is now, once you put an album out, anybody can listen at their leisure when they feel like it. So it's not pressure to hear an album like it used to be. So you might drop an album today and I'll just be like, I'll listen to it
When I get
3
to it.
months from now if I want to, because it's going to be there. It's all just in perpetuity. The music is going to be streamed forever.
Okay, I'm gonna ask both you guys this because I think it might be different. What do you think the song of the summer was? Because we're wrapping down on summer. What was like the biggest song this summer?
I think for women, it was Lotto's
Put it on the
Put
floor.
It on the Floor.
That's what I had.
By the way, I feel like all female rappers should study what Lotto is doing. She's doing it the best.
But she had the background though. You know what I mean? She
I'm
went through
just saying, Crystal, she's all about women. She's keeping her relationship private.
Right.
She's dropping pop records, urban records, street records.
Yeah.
She's doing everything an artist is supposed to do to win. I remember vividly being in a meeting with a company that I worked at, and we had a female artist that was bigger than her at the time. And I remember saying in the room, guys, because mind you, we did Big Energy with Lotto. And when I went in the room with Lotto and her team, I just noticed it was like she was surrounded by like, everybody was in the room. Everybody had to pay. Everybody was trying to make sure she worked. And she listened. And I remember going back to one of my last staff meetings, and I was like, hey guys, Lotto is coming. And what they're doing is working, so we should look at that. And my boss at the time looked at me like, we're not worried about Lotto. We're worried about catching Megan and Cardi. And Lotto blew past that artist. And the reason why was because Lotto had a team of people who was like, what we gonna do to blow you up every day? When we did the Junko record, the #1 record in the world right now, Lotto's A&R, Derek called me. Yo, thank you. I think it's gonna be her first #1. It's not even on their label. They're just happy that she's gonna be a part of a #1 record. Yeah. That's love. That's doing it the right way. All you chasing money, don't care, not dropping music, but because you got a boyfriend. Think about how many women are out of their album cycle because they fucking with the right nigga at the time. Remember when Rihanna was dealing with Drake? Rihanna was like Drake's world. She didn't even care about music. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard when you have a female artist because usually women are trained. Women are born to follow their man, right? That's how God set it up. And most of them be running behind their nigga. And Lotto didn't. And if she does, she's like, he sent the private jet to get me after I handle my business.
Right.
Put your business first, ladies, not the nigga.
Now, see, you just told him to have a mouth.
No, I said put your business first.
Yeah, but when you put your business first, you tell them, I'm not coming till I get done with this, and then that's not what he wants to hear.
Then guess what? You know what you should do then? Listen, follow the GOAT. You know who the GOAT is of all of this shit? Oprah Winfrey. Get you a Stedman, a quiet man that's gonna live in the outhouse when you and your best friend are having y'all party and come in the main house when you want some dick.
Not the best friend.
Get you a Stedman, but y'all, nobody talk. Do anybody know what Stedman does?
Sound like
we don't even give a fuck. We just know he's Oprah's man, and he's okay with that.
Identity the whole time.
And he's okay with that. Get you a Stedman, ladies, if you want to be a successful businesswoman. But you cannot be a successful businesswoman and chase your dream and also have a boss who's out there getting money too. Because Beyonce and Jay are doing it, right?
I was about to say.
Oh, exactly. But where's Jay-Z at right now?
On tour watching
with his wife.
Yeah.
That's why it works. And guess who's on tour with Jay-Z and his wife? The whole Rock Nation staff.
And the family.
Beyonce is not on Rock Nation. Beyonce is not on Rock Nation. She's not managed by Rock Nation. They don't have nothing to do with it. Jay-Z's the boss. My wife's on tour. We on tour.
Yeah. Love that.
And that's why they work. And
That's
most
rare.
these couples don't have the wherewithal, the money, or the amount of credibility that those two have, where Jay-Z can just never do it again. Most of these other dudes are set up to chase their money. So he over there chasing money, you over there chasing money, you trying to be faithful, and he over there getting his dick sucked by a girl because they there and you're not there. It's just, what do you want?
It's also ego though. Jay-Z doesn't mind being a cheerleader for Beyonce at some moments. Like
I wouldn't call him a cheerleader.
He be dancing, jamming.
A cheerleader?
No, but I'm saying he doesn't mind not being the star all the time. Some men have to be the star all the time.
He is the star.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think but that's Jay-Z's personality. He's always understood that silence
was powerful.
And so that makes it easier for him to do that than a Diddy. Diddy couldn't do that.
Diddy could not. Absolutely right. So, Atlanta is always up to something. So, what was the girl name that faked the kidnapping? Carly Russell. So her ex-boyfriend.
We don't talk about that.
What? Oh, the kidnapping. Oh, we over that. But he got off with some club hostings in Atlanta. He was gonna do it.
We so fucking stupid. We are so fucking stupid.
It was really true.
It was true.
It was really true because I was like, no.
His lawyer had to tell him not to do it.
What promoter thought that was? Promoters have killed the business. Who it is. Promoters have killed the business.
You know who did
From
it?
putting Martin Luther King on flyers for MLK Day parties.
Yeah.
Right? With a part on his head to now paying her boyfriend to host a party. Promoters have fucked the game up, y'all. We got to stop that.
They not leaving any money on the table. But
how much money was he really going to bring in? Nobody cares.
That's what I said. But the thing is that they named the party Search Party. Like, it was just so disrespectful. He was supposed to be looking for love. Like, it's just a whole mess. Like, our culture has to take something serious at some point. Like, that just
black people, I think black people have numbed ourselves with comedy to get over shit. That's what Black Twitter has originated.
That's a good point.
Now, real talk, black people make fun of everything because I don't think if we didn't, our whole shit'd be a sad story, and we're tired of the sad story. So sometimes we just laugh at these motherfuckers.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into the last segment. This is the American Black Dad segment, but we have an American Black Mom here, so I can't wait to hear the 2 points of views. It's a how do we feel thing. So how do we feel about stop and frisk?
Stopping what?
Stop and frisk. Okay, this is a big New York issue. I don't know if y'all don't have it here because y'all don't you don't stop people in the streets really that much. So stop and frisk just means that randomly at any point they could stop you, search you, make you open your bag. It was really hard because me growing up in Harlem, they were beating the shit out of you while they stop and frisk you. It wasn't like, hey, can we check your bag real quick? It's get the fuck on the ground, boom, throwing you. It was very aggressive.
Have you ever been stopped and frisked?
I've been.
You look like you're supposed to be. You look like you should be stopped and frisked, by the way. Okay, so
I haven't been stopped and frisked. I've been with guys that got stopped and frisked, but I've been arrested like 5 times, so I'm all
shit.
up in the gang. So
jailhouse veteran.
Yeah.
Now, I was gonna say for me, as a black man, I don't think it's cool, but as a black father of a young black girl, I'm not gonna say my son, a girl, I don't have a problem with it, cause to me, I feel like, even let's just look at Atlanta, right? Let's look at Atlanta for whoever's watching this. Atlanta has had a really rough time over the last 3 years with violence, right? And the reason why is because everybody got guns here,
Yes.
right? So for me, it's like, like we literally have shootings at the mall,
Yeah.
right. So for me, it's like because of that, shit, search them niggas. My daughter with me, bro. I don't want to know because I know if anything happened, I'm killing somebody, right? And I don't want that to happen. But for me, it's like I just think we have to have real honest conversations with how we present ourselves. I just think that, they say don't judge a book by a cover, but we all buy books based on the cover. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's dumb to say. I just think that, I think that there will be some bad ones, but I also think that, shit, hey man, we got to protect the people, man. And in Atlanta, we got kids being killed by stray bullets. If stopping and frisking could have stopped that, I'm all for it.
Ooh, it's kind of like a double-edged sword because I have a girl and a boy, and I've seen my son be frisked, and it made me want to, in a way that he wasn't prepared for when we lived in Fayetteville, and he didn't know what was going on, and it scared the crap out of me. And there's a movie that Joey Badass is in called Two Distant Strangers. And it basically shows you how a black man feels just trying to get home, and the police officer, the police officer is frisk. It's a dope film, but I agree because I want to be safe. I've been in Buckhead is scary. Atlanta's scary, and it's not just Atlanta; it's across the country. But I think that we have to put policies in place so that the stop and frisk is not a beat your ass. That's the problem. So I agree with I don't want any trouble when I'm out. I don't want my daughter works here. I don't want her to be, so I'm not upset with the frisk, but it's the way the frisk is done. Yes. When that police officer frisked my son was 14, skinny kid, police officer slammed him on the ground.
Really?
At Walmart, and I literally and I couldn't protect him. It was the scariest thing.
See the mouth? See the mouth? Look
really?
at me, y'all. Look at me. Really concerned black man.
No,
like
because
the police don't. Shut the fuck up, Tamara.
No.
Let me listen to the story. This is why they are.
The police didn't give him flowers.
Like,
boy, please, police be outside beating the shit out of
I'm more saying really because I know her son.
Yeah,
and Stone is like he's like a quiet, non-problematic kid.
So how does he even get frisked like that? This is what I'm saying. Like y'all just
we were at a Black Friday sale, and they told people not to touch. And I told him, I said, Stone, I want that vacuum cleaner. He didn't know, so he reached up, and the police officer grabbed him up and slammed him on the ground.
Oh no, we would have got sued. You didn't sue?
I couldn't. I moved, and another police officer pushed me out of the way. Point is, there should be education when it comes to officers. We pay their salaries. So I feel like we have a right to say, this is what appropriate stop and frisk looks like. And that's the problem. We cannot stop frisking. We got to keep doing that. But we do need to make sure that there are, positions in place.
And if we're going to be so concerned about stop and frisk, let's be concerned about shooting when there's other people around.
Right. Just
but I don't know how to shoot because a lot of these kids that are shooting are young.
That's what I'm
saying. The last is 15-year-old boy shot, so they don't really know how to properly use a gun. They're just picking up a gun, and there's no. So education also needs. That's why there needs to be mentoring because they don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to protect themselves.
And they also can't see what tomorrow looks like.
Right.
That's the hard part for kids. Like you remember when you was 14, your girlfriend broke up with you, or you had some problems. That shit was the end of the world for you. Like world is over. And then you just need a parent to be like, get your ass up. Man, it's over. You get your heart broken 100 more times. Get your ass up.
Like 100 more times.
Yes, get ready for it.
At what age do you start talking to your kids about interactions with police officers, and what does that conversation look like?
Now, y'all should see how I talk
boy
to
gotta
police.
be better early.
You said I should talk to police.
Because you got money.
That's not no because I'm smart. It's been times down where I've ran from the police and ran from them, and then because they lights wasn't on, and then they pulled me over and was like, "You just ran 3 lights and was going speed." And I'm like, "Cause I'm trying to get away from your ass. I don't know the fuck you are. Leave me. I'm trying to get home, and I see a car switching lanes with me. You ain't got your blinkers on." Police like, "Sir, go home. Get home
Right.
safe, sir. I'm sorry." Like, bro, sometimes you like. I think the problem is you think they have power over you. They don't have power over me. The police can't fuck with me.
No,
Police-
but you're also driving. You're also because
I don't
I remember
give a
being on the
fuck.
phone with you one night and you were doing that to a police officer. You were like, this is where I live. I
I'm
live.
like, bro,
I'm not doing this.
Bro, I'm not. Bro.
But if you're not driving dirty, you don't have no weed in the car. It's a whole. I don't know if you have weed in the car now.
I don't smoke.
I don't know what's.
I
in
might
the
have
car
an
now.
edible or 2 in there. Might have that in there. I can't lie. But I'll tell the police I had edible because I have mental health issues.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
let me-
Start bringing out the mental
You have to
health.
let me off now, nigga. Mental health.
All
Sorry,
right.
go ahead.
Okay. In closing, last question. A father recently went viral for taking his son to get a hearing test after he told him to do his chores and he did not listen. What are some of the non-conventional ways you guys have like punished your children or dealt with them in the past?
I'm whipping ass.
So we just beating kids?
No.
We don't got another
See,
one.
beating
Oh,
beating
whooping
sound
ass.
like some slave
That
shit.
Whooping ass sound
No,
just
whipping ass, man.
Okay.
Listen, mama, I'm telling you, I remember the first time I whipped my son behind. I'm gonna tell you that he said something disrespectful to my uncle, and I said I'm gonna fuck you up when we get to the hotel. Got to the hotel, he started crying. Hey, crying ain't gonna stop it.
Ryan used to work for me.
Crying, he started crying. Then
Crying was for
then Don,
girls.
he started hiding behind couches and shit, trying to. And I picked the couch up, moved it. I said, I can.
Oh, you
get,
was gonna get him.
No. I wasn't going. I was gonna get him. I was letting him see that. And I think I told him he was only like 7 or 8. I was like, I'm gonna respect you more if you take this ass whooping because you know you deserve it. He took it. He ain't cry. And right after it was done, I gave him a hug and it was over. Black daddy shit, guys.
Go ahead
Whip your
now.
kids. Fuck them up.
Wait, let me
Let me tell you
before
something. No kid that's afraid. I grew up. I was a knucklehead. I was the one that was like I would go steal because I ain't gonna like I wasn't with it. I was stealing, but I was the first one out the store. I was the watch.
Right.
We'll do stupid shit. I ride in the car, but I ain't pulling no gun out because I wanted to be down, but I was afraid of
Low
Lorraine.
level.
Because Lorraine would embarrass me in front of anybody, and she don't give a fuck. So for me, I think all these young boys out here doing all this dumb shit because they are not afraid of the consequences at home.
They don't have consequences at home. There's a boy
Ding,
that
ding,
we Angela and I were out. One of my girlfriends and I were out, and a 13-year-old stole a bike, right? And he and his friend stole this white boy's bike. So the white boy is chasing him. And so we're like, hold on. What are you chasing him for? You know, and so the dude was like, his friend took my bike. So I'm asking the boy, he's 13. He got a little mustache. He's feeling it. I said, how old are you? He said 13. I said, where's your mom? Like, I don't know. I ain't seen her in 3 days.
What?
So
There's always a why.
yeah, like I just was like, my heart was broke because I was like, we getting there like the aunties, like, come here, don't leave him alone. The police came and I was like, I'm just not gonna let y'all do this. He's 13 years old. I said, I have a son. He was like, ma'am, he will rob you. These kids out here that you're looking at as your sons will rob you. And they might have, but I had empathy for him because as a mother, you could tell when he said, I haven't seen her in 3 days, I don't know where she's at.
Now, can I tell you something? If that was an Atlanta kid, that was the game he ran because he knew that'd make you feel good.
I don't believe that.
think
No, I'm trying to tell. Listen, I'm trying to
She's
tell
like,
you.
"Don't take away my-"
And
Nah, okay,
nobody
what
got
about this?
game like.
What
And then you
about
call
this?
his mama and you be like, he said he ain't seen you in 3 days.
No.
What?
Okay, what about this?
Motherfucker, you lying on me. I've been home. I'm telling you.
He was on the hold up. What about this? There's a program that I'm a part of, and with Kenan Thompson, and one of the little boys is 11. 11-year-olds may have game too. 11-year-old boy, he's in the mentoring program. He tells his mentor, I go and sleep in my mom's bed at night sometime just to slow the traffic down. So how is he supposed to like? And the dude was like, he had no reason to lie. That's him saying that. That's, you know what I mean?
Call your mama a hoe. You don't want to lie your mama as a hoe. Tell people to wear your mama a hoe. When they see it, they gonna be like, here come a hoe. You don't want. I'm saying you don't want to lie like that. You're right.
What grade is 11th? 11
Like
year-
fifth.
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
That's crazy.
But he said he does that, and he had tears in his eyes. That's hard. So if he's out, because this kid, the 13-year-old was at the Beltline. He lives in like Bankhead. What are you doing over here? We just
Trying to get some money.
Trying to get some money.
I want to say something. If you're a young black kid watching this, a young black kid, my life changed when I stopped wanting the world to feel sorry for me. And a lot of these kids are doing dumb shit and ignorant shit because they want pity. They want attention. They just want love. I wanted the same thing. Well, when I decided there's no love is coming my way, my life became way better because at that moment, I knew that it was on me to change my life, not some Superman walking through the door. So for me, all I would say is if you are a young black man and you're trying to figure this shit out, you're a young black teenager, man, listen, it's hard for everybody, but ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you and ain't nobody gonna have pity on you. So don't expect it, don't look for it, and go out there and get it the right way. Because the earlier you start, the richer you'll get. Like if you start doing lawns when you 13, 14, you could have a whole $1 million lawn business by the time you're 21. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't always have to rap, bro. You don't always have to rap. Everybody don't have to rap.
Okay, so before we get out of here, since you are a guest, is there any advice you would give to the teenagers, the black teenagers out there, from a mom's point of view?
So loving.
From a mom.
I think the thing I would say is don't the journey, you got to embrace the journey. Don't look at what you see. Don't get distracted by what other people have, right? Everybody's journey looks different. And I know teenagers now all want to be successful because they see people like Ray, you know, what they have on the gram. But the reality is Ray's story didn't start here. Like you didn't see when he was doing all the stuff that he talks about. So I think you have to focus on your story and sometimes disconnect from what everybody else is doing. Stop focusing on what somebody else has and figure out what your story is.
By the way, that message is for women too. Watching other women be happy on the gram, trying to figure out why they man ain't doing for them the same way.
Because 9 times out of 10, her man ain't really. We see. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's a lot of people, a lot of couples that are front, and then all of a sudden things get quiet. And then next thing you know, she comes out with some inspirational stuff to say.
She get a haircut.
Well,
they cut that hair. They cut that hair. You want some
she
shit?
just all of a sudden start talking about being wise and being strong, and that's because the nigga is no good and he left. But if you get with somebody because of the gram, it's probably not gonna work out. Like because of the look. Like some couples just accidentally happen to get together and it works. But if you're going looking for a nigga that's gonna make you look good on the gram, chances are
somebody's gonna make you feel good.
Everything's
in real life.
fake on the internet, just to let you know. So thank you so much for taking the time out to be here with us.
Inviting me.
Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Tote and Carry.
Wait, I seen so many Tote and Carry bags in the airport this weekend. I was like, and they had it was a black
Crystal,
leather one. I wanted to steal it.
The
cute pink. Listen, we got every color, every
they
style,
are our
every
sponsors.
size.
And,
Nice.
you know, if I would have known you was gonna be here a few days ago, I would have told them to send me something for you.
Well, I haven't gotten an invite.
Well, you invited again.
I have not gotten an invite.
You're invited.
This is my first invite.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll see you way
And you came.
more. So thank you for showing up.
This the God Show.
We hope it's not the last time. This
like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe. Make sure you're following us on all platforms.
Share. You have to subscribe. If your kid has a phone, just subscribe on their phone too for me too, please. That'll be important. Subscribe, like, share. This the God Show.
See you next week.
We are out.